might find some information in this reading that may resonate. Bookmark a few things in the back of your mind as you listen to this reading, Cancer. This is a general reading, which automatically means that not everything mentioned in this reading may be a direct match to what's going on in your story. So please listen to this with an open mind. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on what you hear from just a general reading. If you'd like a read based on your own personal energy, feel free to book a reading on my website, which happens to be Angelic Ascensions. Even though I'm calling this a 7-day forecast, understand that time is fluid and not everything happens at the same exact time for everyone. So it may be necessary to give the events in the reading a chance to play out. We're always going to discuss delicate topics. So take that as a trigger warning and let's dive in to what's going on in your situation, Cancer Nation. Right off the bat, it seems like your spirit guides are encouraging you to be careful about who you trust. Because it seems like there's gossip in your situation. There's some things that are being said, Cancer or Cross Watcher. So if there's someone that you're trusting, that you're entrusting with some private information, your guides are saying, listen to your intuition about this. It definitely feels like in the background there's someone that has a lot of jealousy toward you, or you, Cancer, could possibly be the jealous one. Overall, this week is revelation. There's something that needs to be revealed. It could be you. It could be something about you that could be revealed. It could be something about your situation, especially connected to this gossip. It seems like maybe things have gotten difficult between you and someone. And maybe there's somebody that lied to you. And maybe there's a conversation that might shed light on something here. Cancer, yeah, obviously. So whatever someone has been deceptive to you about is revealed. Or whatever, like I said, whatever's being said behind your back, it seems like it's relevant in some sort of way. Even though it's like, okay, so if somebody's gossiping but it seems like this is some significant information. There's a fire sign. An Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that maybe you're taking a break from around this period of time. Maybe there's someone that needs some time to think. Maybe they want to figure some things out. So you Cancers, it seems like you might have a financial concern. You might feel a bit neglected. You might feel overlooked, or someone around you might. Maybe this week you might decide to be a bit more assertive. It seems like there's some things on your mind that maybe you want to communicate about. It seems like this situation has something to do with the King of Cups. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Seems like this could possibly be someone that you've made a connection with. Some of you singles, you could possibly be making a brand new connection with someone new. Maybe you're feeling a bit nervous about something. What this looks like, I'll put it this way. It looks like there's something you're praying for, something that you're hoping for, Cancer or Cross Watcher. Especially if this has something to do with a restoration of something. This could be a restoration to health, like a restoration of health, a restoration of a relationship. Or it might be, quite frankly, something that's been taken from you. You might feel stolen from. You're upset with someone. Someone might be a little bit shut down. Maybe a little bit hard to read around this period of time. Cancer or Cross Watcher. Yeah. It seems like there's some sort of an obstacle with someone that you have a connection with. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Virgo. This is Cancer. Yeah. You've reached some sort of an obstacle when it comes to a connection. For some of you, this might be a soul connection that you have with someone. There's a Leo that shows up in your reading, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio. Somebody's having a dream about you this week, Cancer or Cross Watcher. Seems like somebody wants closeness with you, physical closeness. Like they're craving that when it comes to you. It seems like some of you are falling in love. Or maybe these words are important for someone in your life to hear this week. I was telling you somebody feels neglected or overlooked. Somebody's heard about this week. This could be the reason for why somebody is upset with you. You're not talking to somebody. You may have blocked someone. You're not seeing eye to eye with someone this week, Cancer or cross watcher. Seems like you're going through some sort of a separation. Some of you are dealing with an Aries or Taurus, like an Aries Taurus cusp. But I definitely see Aries and Taurus and Scorpio and Leo as being dominant energies in your reading. It looks like some of you are manifesting this connection. Spirals of manifestation. So it seems like maybe something is starting to materialize in your life this week. That's what I think. So this is something that you have materialized. You manifested this. And some of you could be falling in love, or there's someone that could possibly be telling you how they genuinely feel, or this is just how you do feel for someone. I'm just not understanding what's going on. It doesn't look like you're in a happy place with someone right now. And maybe you're feeling a little bit confused about what to do or how to go about something. It seems like this might have something to do with communicating, especially about something. Because it looks like somebody has something on their mind that they want to talk to you about. Cancer or cross watcher. So it looks like you could possibly be reconciling with someone. Some of you, this is a romantic partner. For some of you, this is an ex that you could be reconciling with. Some of you are obviously reconciling with family. And this is a child. Or your mom. Especially if this is where you have some sort of an obstacle, is with your relationship with a child. Seems like there's still some hurt feelings here about maybe something that you're going through, or something that you've been through with someone. I see someone in your situation has issues with intoxication. There's somebody that you wish would get their drinking in check. Yeah, I think some of you might have had an issue with family. As I mentioned to you, this seems like this is a communication issue, a breakdown in communication. It does look like, even though Cancer or cross watcher, that maybe you're not really interacting with someone, you're not speaking with someone right now. Somebody is possibly distant, maybe physically distant, but for sure emotionally distant. Seems like there's been some delays with regard to someone reaching out and wanting to contact you. For some of you, this is due to the fact that maybe you're blocked, or someone has completely cut you off. I think that there is a message that's coming through. For some of you, this message is positive news about something. Okay, so you might be getting some good news, especially about a financial matter. But there's some good news coming in for you with regards to whatever this is, as I mentioned to you, that you're trying to manifest. It looks like you are taking a break from someone. I think that someone has had some time to think about some things. Someone is very emotional this week. What are they thinking about? It seems like somebody doesn't want to be without you. So whoever walked away is coming back. Now this person may have had other people that they were talking to. It seems like if that's the case, like talking to, like with a interest of maybe hooking up with them, connecting with them, okay? That might have been what sent your situation overboard. There's a Pisces in your situation, especially an Aquarius, Pisces, cusp, possibly. I think you've hit you've hit a wall. You're having some sort of challenge with someone. Maybe you feel like somebody's not making enough of an effort to keep the situation going between the two of you, or keep the conversation going in a healthy way. I think things are turning around this week, for sure. That's what this looks like. This is why there's a positive outcome. This seems like you've called on your guides for something. Some of you, it seems like you're upset with someone because you might feel like they're completely self-righteous. They're critical of your every move, or this is how somebody might feel about you. There might be somebody in your energy that you feel meddles in your affairs or in other people's affairs. Somebody comes across as very dominating and maybe a bit jealous, maybe a bit egotistical. There's somebody that you're reminiscing about, or they're reminiscing about you. I think things may have gotten tense between you and this person, and they decided to back off. It's this King of Wands, this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It appears that somebody is watching you online. Okay, so they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing when they said something. It seems like somebody may have said something, Cancer or Cross Watcher, to trigger you. Guys, what's going on with the Cancer Nation? Okay, so this could have been someone that you maybe connected with at a younger age. Maybe somebody felt like they were just young and maybe immature for the connection that they feel like they had with you. So I think somebody completely fumbled you, Cancer or Cross Watcher. That's how somebody might be feeling. So let's see what's going on with this conversation. It seems like somebody's kind of closed-minded about things. Maybe a lot of time has gone by since maybe you've talked to someone, possibly your mom. Or some of you are parents, and maybe it's been a while since you've spoken to your child, or since you've seen them, possibly. The initials K and C could be relevant. Somebody's name could possibly be Casey. What's going on in your situation? Yes. Somebody wishes that they could take back their words, because it seems like something that someone said put somebody in emotional pain. Somebody's still hurt because of something. And for some of you, this is a childhood issue. Someone could have said something that had a lasting effect on you from your childhood. And maybe this is you and maybe a sibling. Maybe you were too young, or you and your parent. Maybe this is, maybe you kind of grew up with your parent, if you get what I mean. Like you could have been a young parent, a teen parent, a young adult when maybe you had a child. And maybe the dynamic between you and a child wasn't the best. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. Somebody wishes that well, we already established that. So somebody knew exactly what they were doing, yes. Somebody said something in anger when they were enraged. Somebody may not have truly meant some things that they've said. That's what put you at this is why there's a wall. This is why there's an obstacle. This is why our relationship is in trouble right now. Somebody's pissed off at somebody. They're hurt, really, because of something that someone said. So I see someone kind of backing away and going into their own protective bubble. And now maybe someone is aware of maybe their own actions. And now there's some regret. This is why someone's coming to you to talk. Or at least the thought is crossing their mind to talk to you. Maybe to clear their conscience about things. Now this gossip situation could be that they're talking to other people about you. Maybe they're venting to other people about their connection with you. Yes, your issue is this person's ability to change. Maybe you're not sure if somebody even wants to change. Yes, especially if this is some sort of addiction. I mentioned to you earlier, somebody could be, it seems like somebody's intoxicated. And that might be something that you have an issue with. Like somebody says some things, some really messed up things when they're angry, when they're drunk, and they allow their emotions to kind of get stirred up. Somebody says some very painful things when they're mad. And then it seems like that's when the guilt sets in, and it looks like that's what's happening in your situation. Somebody has guilt about what happened, and this is someone coming back wanting to revise something, wanting to there's some sort of revision, like somebody wants to change a particular situation. So in some instances, Cancer or cross watcher, this is somebody that maybe you feel you definitely feel like this person is not going to change. You're 99.9% sure that they're not. But it looks like, once again, there's some regrets. So I think somebody may have, there seems like there is a change of heart because there are regrets about this, is what this appears to be. Someone's coming in to talk to you about something. This might be someone traveling from a distance away to maybe meet up with you to talk. For some of you, this is your ex. For some of you, this might be your child's father. It looks like you have a co-parenting situation with someone, and that might be what kind of turns the situation around. For some of you, this is you meeting up with your child to talk about things. Because it looks like there's a conversation that you might be revisiting. The conversation is not over. Yes, there's somebody that definitely feels betrayed with regard to something here. Especially if this is somebody was, like I said, they were talking to some other people. There's some situations that you found out about, or that you might be very possibly finding out about this week. Something is causing you to not feel like yourself. I was telling you, you feel overlooked in some sort of way. It feels like you're like depressed. You're sad about something. Discouraged. I think there's somebody that you have a soul tie with. Like a soulmate. You want consistency from this person. And that's been the issue. Is their ability to be consistent. Like I said, this could definitely be a co-parenting situation. Or this is a child wondering if a parent is going to be consistent. It feels like you're frustrated. You might be frustrated with your financial situation. Cancer or cross watcher. Seems like it's kind of difficult for you to save. Looks like you got money coming in. You have a job, a reliable job. But still, it seems like you're not really able to set some money aside. Seems like you got some other people that you're caring for. You're dealing with a Leo. Or you could possibly be connecting with a Leo for their birthday. Seems like you're wondering if you should keep going. You've reached some sort of challenge when it comes to your I feel like this has something to do with your purpose. Seems like your spirit guides want you to be in a state of inner peace about something. You have a baby. Some of you might be becoming new parents. You could possibly be finding out about a pregnancy. What is this? Tower. I think this tower has something to do with something that's revealed to you. Maybe you're a bit shocked, you're a bit taken aback because of a situation that happens. What happened? So maybe you're facing eviction. You're dealing with some sort of financial matter connected to your home. It looks like some of you might be behind in your payments, your bills. Maybe some things didn't get paid last month or this month. The Cancer Nation or Cross Watcher. Random side note, some of you might have a gluten sensitivity. What happened here? I think that's what this is. Whatever this is, okay? Because it looks like there's some sort of financial situation that you're dealing with. Your guys are letting you know that there's some money that's coming in. Something is going to be provided. There's a provision that's coming in for you to get something covered. I think it does have something to do with your living situation. Some of you, maybe you financially invested in something and maybe you feel like it's like you're losing out. But I think this has really, your frustration has something to do with your purpose. Something to do with your profession. Did somebody pass away? Because it looks like Cancer or cross watcher. What am I trying to say? You might be connecting with your loved ones that passed away. They could possibly be paying you a visit. Somebody's pointing the finger at you with regard to something. I think some of you do have an eviction. Like you got something on your record that's following you or making it difficult for you to get what it is that you want. It seems like you have anxiety about getting something paid. You might have anxiety about reaching out to someone too, especially in Aquarius. Seems like you're concerned about credit cards, you're concerned about student loans. You're definitely concerned about a housing situation. I definitely see that. Maybe concerned about a pet. Seems like that's what you're concerned about is your money, your financial situation. But I've already told you, something. It seems like there's some sort of provision that's coming in for you with regard to what's going on with your money. You had conflict with someone, especially with a mother figure. It seems like you might receive a message from your mom. Somebody trying to move back in with you. It looks like somebody might be trying to like reintegrate themselves to you. I think that's it, to your life is what I'm trying to say. So whoever this is, it seems like there's a road trip. Like I mentioned to you, you're traveling or someone is traveling to you because of a financial issue, like a financial setback. It seems like somebody might have some anxiety or they're nervous about having to move back in. Or some of you might be concerned that you might be moving back in with your mom. As I mentioned to you, this thing that you're having anxiety about is going to work itself out. There's a solution to this. It seems like this does have something to do with either like a bank lien, bankruptcy, foreclosure. Maybe a house is being foreclosed upon. Some of you could possibly be traveling. Could be some international traveling. You could possibly be looking into getting your passport. Some of you are moving. Maybe you're needing to get some I'm trying to say, like you have an emotional support animal, this sort of thing. You might be jotting down some ideas this week. Seems like you could be crafting something. You possibly work with your hands. Some of you could be getting back in the gym. Some of you, it seems like you do something online. You have a blog or you're a vlogger. You do some sort of, what am I trying to say? Like, what is that called? Feels like what your guides are trying to tell you is that time is precious. And they're encouraging you to cherish the moments that you have with those that you love. It seems like your guys want you to have less anxiety and they want you to lighten up a bit. They want you to focus on things in your life that are precious to you. It seems like that's what this is. So this might be a reminder from your guys to check on your loved ones. think that's what you're thinking about this week. Someone may have passed away. This might be the anniversary of someone's passing. Maybe someone's birthday. And just know that there might be somebody that's trolling you. Somebody might be saying something that they think is really hilarious, but they're making you or your name the butt of their joke. Or this could be you, Cancer. You could possibly be doing that. I think there might be somebody posting some things about you. Like things are directed towards you, but they're not going to say your name. They're going to make this kind of, what am I trying to say, like cryptic. You could be receiving an important letter this week, some important communication. And maybe this is something that you're kind of frustrated about. I mentioned to you, you might be feeling a little bit frustrated about something. Or somebody around you could be feeling a little bit frustrated. Yes. I don't know if you're going to a funeral, this sort of thing. Some of you have a dental issue. It seems like something, like maybe your teeth are falling out. You could possibly be visiting the dentist this week, or maybe somebody around you. I think some of you Cancers, you got this fear of aging situation, and maybe you feel unattractive or you feel unappealing. And that might be what sparks this whole thing about getting back into the gym. You might be doing some self-improvement. Seems like you're changing maybe the color of your hair, maybe the texture of your hair. Come on, death is here twice. Somebody might be in maybe not the best of health. There could be someone in the hospital. You could possibly be visiting someone in the hospital. Maybe somebody's just feeling under the weather this week. Maybe they got a cold or they got a stomach ache, a toothache, that type of thing. Because it seems like you could be in emotional and physical pain. Spirit guides, what's going on with Cancer's health? It seems, once again, death. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Scorpio. Somebody may have passed away from a health issue. Especially connected to a Scorpio. Yes. This is a reminder from your spirit guides to take your health seriously. Somebody has an issue with drinking, smoking. Also seeing an issue here with infection within the body. A circulatory issue as well. Blood issue. Seems like your guides are talking to you about taking care of your emotional health. Your physical health. It seems like you could possibly be neglecting it in some sort of way. Because it seems like there's some sort of habit that you have and it's affecting a particular part of your body. Something's going on with your blood. What are your blood thinners? Someone could possibly have like a blood clot or a mass within their body. Something going on with like abnormal cells is what this feels like as well. I think you've been neglecting yourself, your health in some sort of way. So it seems like spirit guides are telling you to look into whatever this is. It seems like you've had some pain that you've been ignoring. And this is the week that I feel that you might kind of be pushed by your guides, kind of nudged by your guides to look into what's going on with your health. I think there's something that you can beat, like this health situation, Cancer or Cross Watcher. It just seems like your guides are talking to you about diving in and looking into what this root cause of the situation is. I'm saying root cause, and I'm saying that something's going on with your teeth. Somebody might need a root canal. I feel like there's something going on with your stomach. You might just have a very sensitive stomach. I think this is where you store a lot of your anger, your anxiety. Okay, so I think it might have something to do as well what you're eating. It seems like this isn't a criticism, it's just an observation. So just take it as such, okay? Some of you, it seems like you might be eating maybe a very unhealthy diet. Seems like you're really focused on numbers, like you're trying to reduce your weight. You're not getting enough rest, it seems like. Oh, you're eating a lot of processed foods, this looks like. Some of you, maybe you just recently gave birth. I'm definitely seeing something about joy and happiness, like you're not feeling that right now. Something might be going on with your thyroid, Cancer or Cross Watcher, so you could possibly be looking into this. Definitely seeing something here with blood flow. That could be an issue, and I also feel like there could be some trapped toxins in your body. I think you might be upset with a lover this week as well, because some of you, there's a lover that has you in the middle of a third party. I think that you're aware of this, but like I mentioned to you, that might be the thing that's revealed this week. It may be something about a third party, but what might be revealed is this whole thing I mentioned to you at the beginning, that somebody has jealousy towards you. Okay, something's going on online. Somebody could possibly be giving you the evil eye, sending you a lot of negativity. This might be somebody that's close to you, really. Seems like there's somebody that you see as a friend, but they're really not. I'm also feeling like your spirit guides are telling you to go outside. It seems like your guides are trying to get you to reconnect by going out in nature. Possibly you might feel called to go to the ocean. Maybe the ocean is calling your name this week. Some of you live in the south. What are your South Beach, Florida? Some of you could be Myrtle Beach also is what I'm hearing. Someone could possibly be from the south, or they live on the south side of something. So Capricorn that's heavily in your reading. Yeah, your guides are talking to you about getting a physical outlet. So in a nutshell, it seems like you're resolving a conflict, or someone might possibly come to you to resolve a conflict. I think that you have the gift of clairvoyance, Cancer or Cross Watcher. It might be enhanced this week. Spirit guides, the advice for the... Do you drink wine? Does it say longing is the portal to wholeness? The portal, something is coming up on 8/8, August 8th. It seems like it's something on or around August 8th is going to be significant to you, where you're having anxiety, you're afraid, you've got fear regarding something. Your spirit guides are telling you there's going to be a positive outcome to something, whatever this is that you're afraid of. It seems like Archangel Michael is there to give you some sort of answer, clarity about something. So this whole thing about a revelation, it may not have anything to do with deception or secrets. This could be about a solution to something that might be going on in your situation. You might feel like you don't know where to turn or what to do. Your guides are telling you, it feels like it starts with forgiveness. They're telling you forgive with regard to something. Either you want forgiveness or someone around you could be wanting forgiveness. Some of you are definitely like green witches. You're a plant parent, but your guides are plant parent. Maybe you could be going to Planned Parenthood. That could be relevant to you in some sort of way. I think spirit guides are talking to you about taking a spiritual bath. How can I infuse more love and compassion into my daily life? Your guides are saying if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Your guides are saying you gotta have compassion for yourself, especially if this has something to do with some sort of wrongdoing. This could be you that may want forgiveness from someone. So your guides are saying sometimes in order to, what goes around comes around. There might be a situation where in order for you to get that, to receive that forgiveness, it may be necessary for you to extend it. Since we're talking about self-care, choose one self-care action to do today. Number 1, set stronger boundaries. Number 2, meditate and listen to your heart. Number 3, speak to yourself with compassion. Number 4, focus on your strengths. Number 5, say no to something that if this isn't a soul yes. Say yes to something that you're afraid of. Number 7, let go of what you cannot control. Number 8, stay far away from drama and negativity, because let's talk about it, it's definitely there. The drama, the negativity. Somebody's laying it on thick this week, Cancer. Ask for help and allow it. And number 10, write down 3 things you're grateful for. These are the actions that your guides are maybe encouraging you to do this week, because it seems like you're very discouraged. You're not sure what to do. Your guides are saying this might reveal some things to you that maybe you want to see. Prayer will help you with this situation. Looks like we talked about that. Like you're in prayer regarding something. Like you're trying to hold on to hope in a situation where you feel discouraged. Remember, we talked about that. There's a positive outcome. There's positive news coming in for you. So you called on your guides. It definitely feels like they show up with a message. Dear God and Archangel Michael, I ask for your divine intervention. I welcome your help and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and I ask that you send one to me in this situation quickly. Thank you and amen. Again, it feels like there's a miracle that you need. Something might be timely. It seems like the answer comes through. You're winning in a particular spiritual battle, okay? Because like I said, somebody wants to stop you. They don't want you to win. But regardless of that, Cancer or Crosswatcher, they're going to sit back and watch you win. Your guys are saying lean back. Lean on God and the angels for support. Dear God and angels, I give you this situation now and completely. I step out of the way and I allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. For some of you, it seems like the miracle that comes in is possibly through the hands of others. There could be others that might be stepping in to give you this helping hand. But there's emphasis here on allowing this to take place. Stepping out of the way. Praying and believing the words that you said. With that, Cancer Nation and Cross Watchers, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. Thank you, Cancer and Cross Watchers, for tuning in this week. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week, Cancer Nation and Cross Watchers. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, Cancer Nation and Cross Watchers.